YouTube podcast world, what's good, family? Y'all already know the name, man. Pays and Plays podcast here. We giving y'all NFL Week 12 picks and predictions. Listen, the only thing I ask, I'm very simple, man. Hit the like button, share this content, man. Pass it around, comment if y'all want to, bro. We are not far away from 200 subs. $200 value uh, giveaway is what I plan on doing. But of course, you guys got to comment. Show love, man. Show that I know you guys are getting interactive with this shit, man. Best bets. We've been rolling. This past week, if you were on Patreon, you saw what you saw, and then you saw the little chat. So I'm top of my head. Let me see. What did I have, bro? It's just crazy. I'm thinking about this shit now. So the over 48 and a half, Cardinals and 49ers, that hit. Okay. For over 48 and a half, Bengals Steelers didn't hit when the Bengals could have scored a field goal and call it that, but they didn't want to do that. Chiefs, they blew it 3.5. Is that all I had? Oh, and I had the Commanders team total over. Obviously, they missed three field goals and could have scored a touchdown, didn't get it. But I also said Jags plus three. No, Jags plus three, 49ers minus three, and I had Philly on a nightcap minus 2.5. So we went. I mean, we still went pretty good, bro. I mean, we're still above 500 on their best bets now. I believe it's like 40 and top of my head, maybe like 40 and 19, 40 and 18, which is still not bad, bro. It's still above 50%, so you can't be mad at that. But anyway, let's get right into it. And by the way, Patreon, y'all can check that out. Low is $9 a month. Sometimes you guys get sneaky bets. My Patreon subs got the college football bets from last night, that cash. So this you just never know, bro. You guys will get stuff first. But also on here, man, just pass the movement around. Like I said, man, I got YouTube Shorts, so I'm giving you guys free picks and predictions at least about four times out the week on YouTube, even on the shorts. So check that out. All right. Anyway, Thursday night football, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Houston Texans. Texans 5.5 point underdogs. Texans to cover, Bills to win. Listen, I know there's no CJ Stroud, and I understand it, and it is concerning, bro. He missed two games in a row off of concussion protocol. That is concerning, but Davis Mills has been kind of productive, and the fact that this team is back home and they're playing a home game, this defense is going to show out. And with Josh Allen, I mean, I said it last week, bro. Other than James Cook, who is it that he can rely on? You know what I'm saying? Ty Johnson. So he has to rely on running backs and himself. Now, when you think about Houston, you do have to worry about Josh Allen having to take off, but you got Danielle Hunter and you got Will Anderson Jr. You got guys who can chase after the quarterback. I'm not saying Bills lose this game, but they do make it close. So I got Texas to cover, but Bills still win outright. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. Packers 6.5 point favorites. Packers to win, Vikings to cover. I do think Brandon Jacobs being questionable is a little bit of a thing, even though I do like Elijah Wilson. I actually do like him as an RB2. But I do think they're going to be kind of thinking ahead towards this Thanksgiving game. They play Lions on Thanksgiving. We know that's going to be a big game. I do think it will be a little bit of a distraction. I still see them win this game outright. I know JJ McCarthy has been struggling, and he might struggle a little bit on this week too, because this Packers defense is legit. But in order to kind of stabilize that defense, you got to be going toe to toe. And if you can't go toe to toe with the Packers, you might not be able to win this game. So it would definitely be a good teaser option if you like the Packers, but I'm still picking the Vikings to win. No, correction. Vikings to cover, Packers to win. Next game, you got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. Chiefs 3.5 point underdogs. You want to go Chiefs to win the cover, right? The crazy thing is they have to go undefeated the whole rest of the season to really be in the playoffs, like safely in the playoffs. I see maybe 6-1. They may struggle, but this game here, I still see them winning and covering because I do think Daniel Jones has another one of those Daniel Jones games like he did against Pittsburgh. The last two games alone, he's combined for about 6, 7 turnovers. That is definitely a red flag, especially when you got Chris Jones coming at you. And us knowing Daniel Jones throughout history, bro, he's bound to just throw a random ball somewhere, bro. So I do think Chiefs win and cover this game, but I wouldn't be touching this. Next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Tennessee Titans. Titans 13.5 point underdogs. So the logical course you would say is Titans to cover, Seahawks to win. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go Seahawks to win and cover outright. I don't know the line off rip, but I do like the team total over for the Seahawks. I do see the Seahawks. If it's somewhere like in the mid 20s, bro, I'm taking that over. This team will be able to score on this Titans defense. At this point, man, I know they kind of gave it all against Houston, came up short. That probably was their Super Bowl, and you got to think at this point they're probably just trying to hurry up and get through the end of the season at this point, bro. Next game, we got the New York Jets, Tyrod at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens also a 13.5 point underdog, well, 13.5 point favorite, correction, favorite. Ravens to win and cover. I know Tyrod's starting for the Jets, but hey, Keyshawn Johnson isn't coming down there. Garrett Wilson is hurt and he's not playing. So all you're gonna do is what? Brees Hall? If all you're gonna do is really run the ball. You got Mechie, and Mechie isn't bad, but I mean, Adonai Mitchell, like these are your guys, the younger guys who still try to figure out themselves in the league against Baltimore and Baltimore, who's been playing pretty straight defense, to be honest with you. I know 13.5 is a lot. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if you want to tease it down. If you got 6, 7 points, tease it down. But I just don't know who the Jets are going to do offensively. You may want to lean towards a team total under. I'm not touching it if it's like below 17. I can't touch that. But that might be the most common sense thing to do at this point when you know this team's going to Baltimore and they can't even pass the ball. Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals 7.5 point underdogs. You go Patriots to win and cover. There's no Jamar Chase. You don't know how much Flacco has left in the tank. You don't know if this team kind of gave up. That's what it kind of feels like. But if you're New England, I mean, I know 7 points is a lot, but this team has been rolling. So I mean, I I'd say the worst case scenario, go ahead and tease that 6, 7 points down and tease the parlay. And there you go. Call that that. Next game, we got the New York Giants at the Detroit Lions. Lions 10.5, some books 11.5 point favorites. I got Lions to win, Giants to cover. I like Jackson Dart. I do think he makes it a little interesting. So I don't see it being a blowout, but the problem with him is he needs to learn how to slide, and this is how he avoids the concussions and losing the ball like he does. I do think he could be a great quarterback. I think we've already kind of seen the traits that he has it, but also with the lack of weapons, bro, I don't know, dude. And this Lions team is pissed. So against this team like the Giants, I will probably lean towards a team total over with the Detroit Lions. And my thought with the Lions, I just want to say something. I don't really watch press conferences, not too much, so I don't really know what coaches always say unless it's like viral. But Dan Campbell needs to hold himself accountable for those 5 or 6 fourth down attempts. I understand what he was thinking. All right, we only down by this much. If we go for it, we got. But it was about at least 3, 4 times where he could have kicked the field goal. And to be quite honest with you, if he kicked the field goal, they probably would have won the game. Just a food for thought, Dan Campbell. And don't go for a fourth down when you like in the 35-yard line, your own 35-yard line. When he did that, maybe it was the 40-yard line, but when he did that, I did have a lot of questions at that point. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders 3.5 point favorites. Okay, let me drink my water this one. Okay. Best water in the world, by the way. But this one is split, man. I've thought about both sides, And I even watch some other people's stuff on here, and I'm like respecting what they got to say. But I'm going to take the chance to go with the Browns to win and cover. This Raiders offense, bro. This offense. So listen, I know people want to talk about the Browns. Let me talk about the Browns first. Yeah, I know it's Shador Sanders' first start. He's finally getting reps with the first team and stuff. And I've heard people talk about maybe Stefanski maybe setting them up for failure. And I'm not going to actually fully disagree. I kind of see some of the reasons people thought, but here's my thing. If you're a coach, bro, and he's on a hot seat, you need to have any last few wins of the year you need to get to at least have a maintain your job. So, okay, this offensive line is kind of weird. It's not the best. And you're going to say, well, Max Crosby on the other side. And I agree. But when you look at this Raiders offensive line, who is containing Myles Garrett? Because he can pass rush you and he can stop the run. Max Crosby is maybe like right there. Don't get me wrong, but like that guy can cause a ruckus. And the Browns got a better defense. Raiders don't have nobody but Brock Bowers. So I mean, as far as reception, receiver wise. So I'm really trying to wonder what's the doubt when you're with Shador Sanders, you're also facing one of the worst secondaries in the NFL. Him with these first team reps, he should be throwing out the Judy. Um, we know about the Joku. We know about the tight end, the rookie tight end they got from Bowling Green. So I mean, it's very possible for this team to go off. Okay, I think it's possible. And I know maybe the public may love Cleveland this week. I'm gonna have to wait and find that one out. But I am leaning towards 3.5, and maybe even sprinkle on the money line. Next game, we got the Jacksonville Duval Jaguars at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals 2.5 point underdogs. I would lean towards taking the Cardinals to win and cover, but that's not actually what I want to do. I want to go over the 47.5 total points. This Jags team, when it goes from all on the road, their defense is just not really the same. And they kind of are weary in the West Coast. And this Jags team doesn't have the secondary. So I can see Jacoby Brissett, what we did just saw put up numbers on his 49ers team, putting up some numbers against his Jacksonville team. And don't get me wrong, Jacksonville gonna get their points too. They're gonna get their bread and butter too. But this is why I love the over 47.5. It's just one of those games in the desert, bro, where you just see points going both ways because both offenses are able to move the ball. So I know I'm not usually an under guy, but this is an over that I do love, over 47.5. Next game, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. Saints -1.5 point favorites. Give me Saints to win and cover, bro. I mean, this Falcons team is some changes are about to happen. Okay. Kirk Cousins, your backup. I don't trust him. I already gave him one time. He messed that up for me. The Saints look more competitive, look more better. Got a week to prepare for this. Division game, shitty game. Who cares, bro? New Orleans to win and cover. Next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys 3.5 point underdogs. Cowboys to cover, Eagles to win. This is going to be a divisional game, bro. And this Philly defense has been playing lights out. So I just wonder, are they able to match some of the points with Dallas? I know Dallas is going to get theirs. They may get like a 20 burger. Is Philly able to get 24 points? That's really what I'm thinking. And I don't think so. It may be a 23-20 game. Cowboys cover, Eagles win. See there? And the Cowboys got to play Kansas City next week. So that's what I'm saying. It might be a look ahead on top of the look ahead. Just food for thought. Next game, Sunday Night Football. We have Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the LA Rams. Rams 6.5 point favorites. Bucks to cover, Rams to win. Don't really know the logic, bro. Berkey Irvin need to come back. Chris Godwin need to come back. This Bucks team need to get a pass rush going. If they can do that, but they need to be able to run the ball. Use all three running backs. Sean Tucker, Rashad White, Bucky Irvin. I still see this Rams team winning. This Bucks secondary is just Garbo. And I mean, their special teams is Garbo too, because returners are getting about 30, 40 yards return on them every time. I pay attention to little shit like that, bro. So that's really what it is, bro. I don't want to touch this game. I might tease the Rams. And listen, I like Baker Mayfield. I've been one of the people that actually fuck with Baker Mayfield, bro. But this is just a game where I'm like, can't do it. And lastly, Monday Night Football game. We got the Carolina Panthers. Keep pounding. They travel to the Bay, take on the San Francisco 49ers. Niners 7-point favorites. And this is Carolina's first Monday Night Football game since Bryce Young rookie year. But really since Cam Newton era is when I'm really saying the Panthers were like relevant, Jake Delhomme era. And I'm going to go with the Niners to win, Panthers to cover. I think the Panthers start well with that run game. And the reason why I'm picking them too is because they're going to take their shots down the field, but there's no way I can cover it with the 49ers with this defense. This defense can get scored on. The over-under is like 48 and a half. I would lean over to that because Carolina's going to get theirs. If I'm them, I'm running the ball with Rico Dotto. Maybe look into his rush attempts. That would be something a sneaky play look into. Their receivers are starting to play right. McMillan is starting to play good. Leggett starting to play pretty solid. I mean, they got guys that actually are able to move the ball. If you are going to take the over, you do have to sometimes wonder because this Panthers team does get stagnant at times. But like I mentioned, against this 49ers defense, I think they can move the ball up and down on them. And if you're San Francisco, you're going to be able to move the ball up and down on the Carolina Panthers too. So Brock Purdy looks nice. The connection he got with Kittle has been looking good. Pascal is supposed to be back as well. So McCaffrey playing against his old team, he wants to show up when this team, Carolina is very relevant this year. So should be a great game. That would be a game that I might tease as well. So let me give you all my teaser options, and then for the teaser parlay lovers, okay, you know how it goes: 6, 7 points teaser, tease it up, tease it down. I got some ideas for y'all. So Packers, Packers to win outright, right? 6.5. If you do six, 1.5. I mean, point 0.5, 7, 1.5. What else am I looking for? Patriots, right? They're -7. There you go. If it's 6, -1, 7, just win the game outright. The Browns +3.5. You can tease that up, either be 9.5 or 10.5, depending on the number. And I will consider teasing up, no, teasing down the over on the Cardinals 47.5 game with the Jags. So you can tease that out, maybe make it 39.5 or 40.5. And then yeah, I would do the 49ers, right? My it was what, -7. Tease that down as well. So look at that. I gave you our teaser options. It hit a couple weeks ago, so maybe this one should hit too. All right. This concludes week 12 NFL picks and predictions. Like I said, man, pass the right around, man. Light the content up. You know what I'm saying? Check out for the YouTube short as always, man. Let's get this money out here, man. Let's be safe. All right.